Hello everyone, welcome to my video. So today I'm going to show you why I use gray fine liner so much. Like I usually practice with them as well. It's a kind of a replacement of graphite. With the graphite you have a chance to erase your lines. If you have some mistake, you can change that. But with the fine liner you can't change it. Once you have there what mark you have there, it's going to be there for all of the time for your drawing. So it gives you confidence, as well as you can go over the lines like final lines with your pen and then make the final decision with it. So that's the reason I use these gray fine liners a lot. This one is specifically from Stabilo. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it's 0.4 width, which is nice. Let's get back to the sketch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to draw a creature, and with this gray fine liner you can easily draw the form line. I have discussed this in my previous videos, so you can go through with the forms. Like if I'm thinking about this creature, this is the main body, and this creature have some scale or kind of some shelter kind of thing over his body. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to go draw the shapes that are going over them. And here I'm thinking about maybe this area is for a front leg, this is maybe a back leg area, this is like another. So I'm thinking about legged creature. Then maybe there are some tentacles or spikes or teeth going on here. This is like a mouth, and maybe we can give him a maybe this is these are three legs, and this is kind of a hand or some, the claws, or maybe I can extend that. So see, with this fine liner I can do some mistakes and extend it because it's rough, and I can make some decision on go. But the good thing about these drawing with this permanent pen like this one is to give you confidence, and drawing is all about confidence, like, because there is no hard and fast rule like 2 + 2 4. Even when you go to draw very specific thing like a cube, you are relying on your confidence to draw the straight lines. Okay, so here we have a basic idea. Then I'm thinking about the legs. So what I'm going to do, going to draw the legs in shapes and in the broken shapes and try to interlock them. I have a very specific video how to interlock shapes into each other, and you can go check it out as well. Thinking about this is some kind of a nail, or maybe this is also kind of a grabbing mechanism. And these lines, like I discussed this previously, like making Y shape, they are very nice to make some muscle forms. See, if I make it like that, it's a nice way to convey there are some wrapping muscles going on there. Wrapping muscles. So here we are going to have another leg, and the third one maybe I can make it in any other angles as well, like maybe this one is a little bit spread it out, but this is going backwards. So I'm trying to make the form line. See, this wrapping around forms to indicate that this is going this way, this is going this way, this is going this way. So you can draw a reference line or wrapping around lines to give you the reference of form, like how it's turning. It will help you when you go for shading. So here we have another one there. So the thing about making cool design is you have to enjoy first by yourself. If you don't enjoy your design, how other people are going to enjoy? So when you're drawing, be in a happy mood or have some music going on in background to give you some charm, to give you some mood booster kind of thing. So you are in a zone of drawing. That is really important. Other than your skills or your command on tool, you should be in a good mood when you need to draw, because then you're going to enjoy your drawing. Okay, so it's getting into a octopus not octopus, scorpion category. So these are the back, the other three legs. Here we have the bottom side of it. Okay, so the inking part, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to try a new method which I have used before, and that is like smudging my ink before it dry. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say I know this form is turning this way. So what I'm going to do, I pick up my nice fountain pen. This is the pen from Pentel. It's very beautiful. Look at this beauty. It has a nice finish look and very elegant look as well, and the feel is so amazing, the way you can feel it in your hand. And these are the things really important when you choose a tool, how it feels in your hand as well. So here you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some mark and try to smudge out those lines according to form. That is really important. You need to smudge them according to form. What it does, it give you a nice line, hard and soft edges. So my form is turning around, so I need some shading effects. So what I can do, I can draw the lines, like I'm drawing with the lines, and I'm also trying to shade them as well at the same time. You can see here, here, here we go. Yeah. So before it dry, you can just wipe it out on the go. I did the same thing with the watercolor, the water brush. Like I can go over those lines with water brush pen and make some effect, same effect, like, but this one is like very rapid. Like, see how much beautiful depth you have within few markings. Like, so I'm thinking about, there is a shell here. Try to give some details, and then I'm going to smudge them before it dried out. Paper qualities really matter, what paper you're using. For rough sketches, your printer paper is really amazing, you can do a lot with that. But for this kind of sketching, like where you're going to use some water brush, you need to think about the paper quality. Each paper will give you some different effect. Even with the graphite, like each graphite behave like each paper behave differently with the graphites as well, because of the tooth. The papers are have some areas, some cavity area where it it reserves the ink or graphite to make the lines appear on the paper. If the paper is so smooth, the graphite have really hard time to go into those areas, and your line will appear very light. That's why most of the sketching paper are texture paper, so you have a nice um, tooth in your paper to hold down any medium you want. Say they want to cover all of the medium. So here's a time when you can play with details. Like you can imagine how the form is turning, how much you can add details, and for that purpose you can have some references as well from other creatures, other real life creatures as well. Like this creature right now looks very similar with the rhino, or with the what we call Scorpio. So I can take reference from those animals and try to add those details, like anatomical details. And these gray fine liners, they are really good for happy accidents. As you can see, I don't have in mind this kind of rounded form there. So, but it appears on these markings, so I just try to cover that, and I can create those similar design decision here on other as well. So it will give me a nice design language. When you repeat certain design for a few times in your drawing, that is called actually design language. Let's say I like this pointy thing, the claw or the leg, or maybe that's a giant nail to help him to stay on ground very well. So I can choose this design language, the shape of it, and put it other in other area as well. I've already used it, like you can see the repetition here and there. So that makes the design more readable. That makes the design language of your sketch. If you have lots of different shapes going on in your design, people get confused, like our brain get confused. Our brain is always looking for similarities, some clues, some similarities, and that's how they generate images in our brain. Okay. So generally people imagine the light that is coming from top. When they sketch, they want to keep it simple lighting setup. So whatever is going to under the form, like the bottom side of the form, they are going to be darker. So that's a simple rule for lightning or shadow, shade or shadow thing. Keep it simple try to imagine simple lighting setup, but you can practice complex lighting as well. That might make your design or sketches unique as well. So here I'm adding details in the rubber leg as well, or other arm as well. And whenever you have a chance to add details, always think about the form, how it's turning, how it's bending, adding all of those marks that can help you to define the forms. Even for the darker areas, you can think about adding darker areas which are going to help you to define how the form is turning and bending. So here I know this is going to be darker because it's under the form, like it's bending towards downside, and our lighting is coming from top, so it's going to be darker. This is the other underneath part of the tail, so I'm adding details there as well. So on these form and also these form, what I'm doing here is like, imagine a sphere and the lighting is coming from this direction. So I'm not touching this this side of the sphere, and this side is going to be darker, this is lighter, this side is going to be darker, but I'm not going to shade all over this side. So I'm going to give some rim lighting effect, like leaving some white area there. So that's like a rim light effect, which makes more high definition HDR kind of lighting. So this kind of thing I'm trying to add on my sketches. See, I still do that in the casting shadow as well. So I'm not going to do the total like black. You can see this is the darker area, but I'm leaving some rim light effect like I explained on this sphere. So here we have a nice quick sketch with the gray fine liner first, and then go over with the ink pen, fountain pen, like that, which is water soluble and also not so much quick to dry. Some inks are really quick to dry, so you can't do the things like this, like a smudging thing with that. It is a little bit easy to smudge because it's not that much quick to dry, and you can take advantage with that functionality. And you really want to smooth some area, you can go with something like that. That's a Pentel water brush pen, and you can smudge out some more details to add a little bit more light, so it's like more mid-tones, but don't go over like all the areas, because it's going to smudge all of the beautiful texture that happened with your smudging. So what I'm doing here, I'm treating each shape as an individual and try to render them exactly like I did the sphere. If I go over all of them in once, it's going to ruin all of my drawing, so I'm very careful about that. So here we go. Even I can see some gray lines coming out of my sketch, but that's actually a beauty of a sketch. So thank you so much. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, share this video to your family, your friends. Help me to reach out more audience and more so I will make more videos like that in future. Thank you. See you in the next video.